On the heels of Washington implementing new COVID-19 restrictions, we're just 1 hour away from those restrictions going into place here in Oregon. Starting at midnight, social gatherings will be limited to 6 people. Stores will be operating at 75% capacity. Gyms will have to close. As for bars and restaurants, they will again be only takeout. That means tonight was the last night Oregonians could sit down and have a meal at a restaurant for at least 2 weeks. Fox 12's Drew Marine talked with some people who were enjoying one last night out on the town.
That's right. Customers filled these dining pods outside of Eam to enjoy one last in-person meal before the freeze goes into effect tomorrow. Those we spoke to say they understand the need for a freeze, but feel bad for restaurant owners who have put so much money into making sure that there was a safe dining experience.
In the 11th hour on Tuesday night, customers headed to restaurants to have one last in-person meal before Oregon's statewide freeze. Starting Wednesday, Oregon restaurants cannot do dine-in service. They can only provide takeout and delivery options for at least the next 2 weeks. In Multnomah County, it's 4.
We decided that tonight might be a good night to enjoy our last night of going out and be able to support some of the local businesses before we know it's going to be really hard on them.
Patrons in North Portland say they understand the need for a freeze, but feel bad for restaurant owners who have bent over backwards to create a safe dining experience.
I do have concerns about our economy, and I do really feel bad for all of our restaurants and bars, especially the ones that have invested in these kinds of methods.
The co-owner of Eam, Eric Nelson, says he spent thousands to build these individual structures, complete with heaters for each party.
I would say that we probably put about $20K into everything we did outside here.
He says luckily customers have been supportive since the freeze was announced.
I mean, we have 7 tables, so you saying we're full is like, it's full. But we've been full every night since this has happened. And so that's, awesome.
But Nelson says this freeze will force them, like many other restaurants, to rely heavily on delivery.
We'll use these guys like Caviar, DoorDash. We'll try to get on CCC, PDX, the local guys on bikes. The greatest tool that most restaurants have these days is Instagram. We're just going to hit that Instagram up hard to tell people what we're doing at all times and just trying to keep ourselves relevant.
Nelson says they won't be taking these pods down, but they will be zip tying them shut to keep them closed for the coming weeks. Reporting in North Portland, Drew Marine, Fox 12 Oregon.